All right, so TJ Oshie is officially an assistant coach. That's so awesome. Look who it is, TJ Oshie behind the bench. In the last video, when I was going through the draft prospects, I seemed to skip over this guy. Saeed says, look at those stats at the 22-minute mark. I completely went over the fact that this guy had 125 points in 70 games in the WHL. Good looking out. Thanks for pointing that out. Another early exit in the postseason and another draft is upon us. What's going on, guys? And welcome back to your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. So again, in the last video, I know it happened. We got bounced in round number 1. I was prepared to go for a lengthy playoff run. I had 2 cups of water in front of me. I was prepared, but Ottawa had other plans. I mean, when you look at it though, we had 3 overtime games. It could have went either way. We just couldn't get it done in the extra frame. I don't really know what the deal was, but honestly, man, Ottawa, they played well. They just had that extra little push that we didn't, unfortunately, and we are headed into year number 5 with some big, giant plans. I've gotten this comment a few times and I've ignored it for a very specific reason, and I'll let you know. But first, let's go over it. Janked, he says, you can make your wingers to wingers and not centers in the edit player thing. Like make Barzell a left winger and Semi Blade to a left wing, Malkin to a right wing. It will help them all produce and grow better. Thank you and hello from Sweden. Well, hello from Canada. Sweden is my second favorite country. But I would like to talk about that. Now, we've done this in the past with our Saskatchewan franchise mode, and it didn't even seem to help, but you know what, for the sake of the franchise mode, maybe NHL 20 is different than NHL 19. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move Matthew Barzell to a legitimate left winger. As you can see, he's still a centerman, so if we move him to a left winger, there you go. But I've seen it in the past to where it doesn't seem to do anything, but maybe this will help out with the new line chemistry. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll move Semi Blay over as well. Since Gino is gone, we are no longer gonna have to worry about that, which is ridiculous that he retired at 36 years old, but Semi Blay is going to go officially to the left wing. There you go, and we are all good to go. So those guys are all moved over. I want to have a quick look at a few things from the Quebec Nordiques Bible before we hop into the NHL draft. And the first thing is our all-time record. We've played 328 games, won 188 of them, and have 122 losses, 18 shootout losses for a winning percentage of 57.32%. And a point percentage of 60.06. That's not bad. Those stats are totally fine, but we don't have the one thing I want, and the one thing I want Dallas has right now, and that is a Stanley Cup. But that's just a look at our all-time record in case you're wondering. And since we are headed into the draft, here is a look at every single player that we've ever drafted. Just put it in a little GIF to make sure it can all fit in one screen, but there is how it all looks. Obviously, Lucas Raymond in year number 1. We ended up getting Nasty Noz the first year, and there's how everything broke down. Obviously, last year we had 2 first-round picks, exact same as this year as well. We have 2 first-round picks. Now, there is one specific player I'm looking at, and it's in the last video. I went ahead and I pinned him, and it is going to be Hoivanen. Ura Hoivanen, I think is how you pronounce his name. Ura Hoivanen, obviously a Finnish player, but he is confirmed low elite. It's definitely around our draft range. I know we have 2 first-round picks. I think they're mid-20s. We'll have to look, but if he's not taken by the time our pick's up, maybe we'll even trade for him. 18 years old, confirmed low elite. He could be pretty good. So he's the one guy I'm looking to go for in the draft. I don't think we're going to move up or anything. We don't really need to. The player obviously I want is that Hoivanen guy. All of the top picks, we're just going to let them go to the other teams. Where are our draft picks actually? Okay, so it's a little bit further than what I thought. 26 and 27. So I would love to move up to like the Nashville or the Vancouver pick to go ahead and pick Hoivanen. So let's see if we can do that here. He's the guy that I want. He's confirmed low elite. If we know that, why wouldn't we go after him? Look at all the trade value we have. Things you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to go and I'm going to offer them one of our first round picks, whatever it is, 26. There you go. And maybe we'll offer them a 6th and a 7th as well. Let's see how much it's going to take to move up 6 spots in the draft. Is that going to be enough? I didn't think so. I'm going to go ahead and throw in this Artukin guy. He's a low no top 4. That should make the trade go through. Just another prospect. Come on, that should go through. There you go. Trade accepted. That's just a nothing prospect we were never going to use, so I'm happy about that. And the first overall pick goes to the Winnipeg Jets, and they select Kyler Kunitz out of, I don't know where he played, but he was in the SHL actually and put up pretty decent numbers as a 17-year-old, 82 overall out of the draft. God damn. That Wiseman guy is 80 overall going to Florida. Like, they need another centerman. They got Barkov, they got Huberdeau. What are they doing? Moving on, they pick, where's that other guy? The guy who had all those points out of the Western League. Not Tim Duncan. Where is he? Going to Nashville. There he is. Keeling. That's the guy. He had 125 points in 70 games. He's 77 as a 17-year-old. God damn, that guy is going to be nasty. Ooh, a big power forward. Man, if we were going to move up, that would have been the guy I would have picked. But really, I don't want to sacrifice our cup right now in order to get a good player that is going to be here in 2 or 3 years. I mean, the way he's looking coming into a bad team, maybe even like next year, that guy's going to be nasty. So there's all the top picks. Now I'm going to go to 20 here, and I'm going to hope that Hoivanen is not selected at 20. It looks like he's still going to be here. Okay, ooh, nice pick there. Smith, Pelly, and Ho, and Petrov. Kind of rare to see guys after 10 be like high 70s. That's a pretty sick little draft crop there. So let's see here. Let's see what this guy's going to be. We maybe got a little bit too high, but I'm going to go off the board a little bit. At 25, I don't want to risk it at this pick here. I don't think he's going to be available. I moved up. I'm going to play it safe here. We're going to pick our guy 20th overall. The scouts say he's good. I am all about this guy. Let's go up to the podium and make our selection. The Quebec Nordiques would like to thank the great city of Toronto for hosting the NHL entry draft. Would also like to congratulate the Dallas Stars on their second Stanley Cup in franchise history. With our first round pick, 20th overall, the Quebec Nordiques are extremely proud to select out of the Sim Liga, Jura Hoivanen. Welcome to Quebec. What is he going to be? Confirmed low elite. Oh, baby, 77 overall. I had a hunch, and I'm glad I picked him. I guarantee he's going to be better than all of those guys that we passed on that were scouted to go higher. What a pick. 77 overall, two-way forward. Things you love to see. That's awesome. What are his stats looking like? So he's 18 years old. He's pretty good all the way around, actually. I see like low 80s everywhere. His skating seems to be pretty damn good. His shot is really good for an 18-year-old. This kid could be something special. All right, so this Newbury guy was the next best guy out there, and Vancouver picked him. Ha! Sucks to suck. Gortez, all these guys, and that's not Jonathan Huberdeau. I already checked. Yeah, you can see that Hoivanen is better than all of these guys. Thank you very much. And now with our second first-round pick, maybe let's go with a defenseman here. We can go a few different ways here. We can stay at home and pick someone from the Quebec Ramparts with Ross Cladwell. He is 18 years old, 6'2", 194. He played obviously in Quebec last year, or we can stay away from Pritchett and go with Alexander Radulov, a Russian out of the KHL, a 17-year-old, or he might have played in the MHL, whatever. But 17 years old, 6'2", 199, or do we go with the guy who's 1 year older, played in Quebec? I'm going to go with Alexander Radulov. Let's go. We need more Russians on this team, and he is 63, medium, top 6. It's not terrible. It's not bad. Pritchett was the exact same thing. Ross Cladwell was 64, so maybe a better pick. Sergeyev right there, again, 64, so a bunch of 64 overalls. I don't think we really missed out on too much there. I think we did all right there. Not bad. Just looking to see here if any franchise goalies were taken just for fun. There's a couple medium starters. I know they tuned it down to where there's not going to be so many franchise goalies, and I'm glad. It does make it a little bit less fun. And speaking of goalies, out of the Oshawa Generals, should we pick the next best goalie available? 6'1", 188. Looks like he was a backup for Oshawa. We can go late in the second round, or we can go off the board. It's kind of bare here. We can go with Miles Stolars, who's a big defenseman. He's 19 years old, but I'm going to go with Attendee here. You can never have too many goaltending prospects. From Oshawa to Quebec, he's 49, medium elite. Hey, here we are. Not bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. 49 isn't great, obviously, but hey, medium elite, I'm going to take that 9 days a week. So Zachary Cutler has seemed to drop off in the draft quite a bit. You can see we're picking 154th. Our scout had him at 143. So he ended up playing with Sudbury Wolves in the OHL, 53 points in 63 games. Let's go ahead and give him a shot. He is a medium-sized winger out of Sudbury. Let's go. Welcome to Quebec, and he's 59 low bottom 6, and yes, I know there was a confirmed medium bottom 6 there. I know the comments are going to yell at me, why are you taking him over the confirmed guy? I thought I would take a chance. He dropped in the draft. I don't know. Thought I would take a chance. And there, I think that was the guy, medium bottom 6, maybe? No, he was a Finnish guy. There he is, that guy, medium bottom 6, 53 overall, where this guy is 59 low bottom 6. So, I guess it's okay. And that's actually the last draft pick we're going to have late in the 5th round. That's it for the drafts. We ended up moving 2 picks to Nashville, which we ended up drafting Hoivanen in, which I thought was an awesome pick. But honestly, I think that was a B-plus draft. Cutler, we probably could have went with a better pick, but I mean, in the 5th round, whatever. Got a medium elite goalie. We got a low elite forward, and Radulov is not that bad either as a young defenseman out of Russia. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now here's the big thing. Here's what we can talk about. Can I do it yet? I can't sign any coaches yet. I guess I got to wait till the offseason. Right now we have an AHL head coach, and that's it. I said it was a fire sale, and that's what's happening. It is a fire sale. Everyone's gone. So we'll talk about the coach after, I guess, we get the re-sign stage done. I know it's not going to be a crazy re-sign stage, but Nick Suzuki, he decides to come back at 2.2, I think. It was relatively cheap, so I'll take that. Once again, just checking if we can sign a head coach. We can't quite yet. Let's go ahead and sign the players we have to sign. It's not going to be a ton. I know we have $28 million to work with, so that's awesome. Again, it's going to be a pretty easy re-sign stage, so let's get to it. We're going to offer Jesper Bratt 5.7 for 4 years, see if he goes ahead and accepts that. Lucas Raymond, he should be relatively cheap, 3.2 for 2 years. I'm totally fine with that, but just because I'm a little bit cheap here, we're going to go $3 million for 2 years, a nice even round number. I know Ty Smith wants like $4 million bucks. Well, he did want 4. He wants $3 million now. It's not terrible. It's really not that bad. 3 for 2 will give you the exact same contract as Lucas Raymond, and then everyone else is going to be super, super easy. So let me breeze past all this, and I'll catch up with you guys in a second. So we're going to say goodbye to a few players here. Ilya Mikheyev and Brendan Lemieux are the 2 players that I'm going to cut. Brendan Lemieux was dropped to a 76. I'm just going to cut my ties with him. We're looking for a couple new 4th liners, but I'm thinking that we're going to have some come up from our AHL. So we should have some sort of a new look roster. Let me get all these guys all inked to a contract. Alright, so that was a pretty easy re-sign stage here. Everyone should be good to go. The only one I'm concerned about is potentially Jesper Bratt, but we'll go ahead. Yeah, there it is. So your offer was not quite enough. That's fine. I'll probably just give him exactly what he wants. Maybe make it a bit of an even number here, but everyone else should be good to go. I went ahead and I signed Hoivanen right away. Looks like Ty Smith is good to go. All these guys, Lucas Raymond. That was a pretty easy re-sign stage. The thing about Jesper Bratt is he just had a career year, 24 years old. Obviously, he's looking to cash in. That's fine. We have the cap space to do it. Let's go with 6.75 for 4 years. I mean, he almost had 30 goals this year. He had over 70 points. That's worth the cash for sure. I mean, 3 straight years of 20 goals and 50-plus points. Yep, he's earned it. There you go. Jesper Bratt. Thank you, New Jersey. Now, we should move on to the free agency stage. I'm going to write out the team. There you go. Jesper Bratt's good to go. And then we are going to hire a head coach and see what we have to do. All right, so as it stands right now, we have some question marks on our team. The first line is going to be Barzal Stastny, either Jesper Bratt or Lucas Raymond. Now, I'm hoping Lucas Raymond can make the jump. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but either one of those guys are going to go on the first or the second line. The second line is going to be Sammy Blais and then Philip Don't Know. Third line going to be Jake Virtanen, Nick Suzuki, and Arthur Kaliev. I have a feeling that Kaliev is going to grow. He's 78 overall right now. If he can jump up to a 79, I'm playing him on the third line, maybe even the fourth line, but he's ready. He's ready to go for sure. 22 years old, he just needs a chance. And then the fourth line is going to be Spike Helm, again, hoping he can grow. This is all temporary. Adam Lowry, of course, on the fourth line, Mr. 90-plus draws. He's got 90 faceoffs. What a beast. And then we're going to have, it's going to kind of be a battle for the fourth line, the right winger spot. Could be Hoivanen. He could make the team. Wait for it. wait for it, straight out of camp. It could be Hoivinen's job, all right? It's his to have if he wants it. 77 overall, minor scorer. Maybe he'll make it. Maybe. If not, I mean, we can sign someone late. It's not a huge deal. Defensively, Riley, Lindholm, Nasty Nas, and X. I have X there because I'm thinking of upgrading our top four. Or if there's a big piece in free agency, we can move Lindholm down with Nasty Nas and have Morgan Riley and X. Or we can have Riley and Nasty Nas and have Lindholm and X. So I'm thinking one of these guys has to go. It might be Adam Fox, but that's going to be TBD because we do have $18 million to work with. For the Tendy, obviously it's going to be Askarov and Tynan. I kind of love that both of these guys are the exact same overall, so they are going to be splitting minutes, which is awesome. So now the moment we've all been waiting for, let's hire a coach. Most people in the comments, I'm saying about 80% of them were saying you gotta hire Serge Paris, you gotta hire him. Everyone's saying you gotta get him, he's the guy to go get. Some of you guys were saying you've had him in the past. Some of you guys were saying stay away from Nathan Tucker because he doesn't have good scheme fit or whatever it is, team fit with, where is he, Conrad Stastny. Now Conrad is our main squeeze. We can't have him not liking Conrad. That cannot happen. So I see what you guys are saying. Now you go to Serge Paris, or Perry, however you want to pronounce it. He's coached in the NHL, looks like for 1 year only. He really likes Conrad Stastny. Not so much Matthew Barzal. Adam Fox he really doesn't like, so I think we're going to have to get him out of there. But I mean, that's something that I'm totally prepared to do anyways. I'm thinking Serge Paris might be our guy. He's a balanced coach, but again, if we go up here to Nathan Tucker, he seems to be really offensively minded, but he doesn't really like Conrad, which seems to be a bit confusing to me. So Conrad or Serge Paris, what do I do? 62%, and then we got 63%, 64%, so it's 2% better. The only real thing is with Conrad. He doesn't seem to love Conrad Stastny, which, yes, does concern. Maurice Belanger, see you later, goofball. 58%, not working out here. Nathan Tucker or Serge Paris? What do we do? The more I'm looking into this, Maurice Belanger was a generalist coach. Now, Serge Paris is also a generalist. Now, is it really going to be that much of a difference? Is Conrad really going to not produce that much because he doesn't like them just that little, maybe 15, 20% more? That's a gamble I'm willing to take. He's an offensive coach. Nathan Tucker, I'm going with Nathan Tucker. Now, going into this, I thought I was 100% going to go with Serge Paris. That was my goal. I thought, the comments, you guys were all right about that, but the more I'm looking into it, I think I'm going to go with Nathan Tucker. And the more I'm looking at comments, there's actually a few Nathan Tucker fans out there, so I'm just going to offer him a ton of money. Whatever you want, just sign on the dotted line. Nathan Tucker, our new head coach. Oh man, I just went against the comments. That's against the rules, isn't it? Now that we picked an offensively minded head coach, let's go with either a generalist, McIntosh. Let's go with TJ Oshie. There you go. He wants to be an NHL head coach. What if we brought Oshie on as an assistant coach? He's a defensive assistant coach. Usually you don't hop in right away to be a head coach in the NHL right after you retire. So let's see if we can hire TJ Oshie as an assistant coach to work with our defensemen. Let's go. NHL assistant coach, give you 1.12. There you go. Come be an assistant coach. Let's try that out, TJ Oshie. Come to Quebec. Then obviously we need one more. I was looking for Brent Burns, but I don't seem to know where he is. I know it says he was a head coach, but maybe he's like way down here. Maybe he's going to start in the AHL or something, but for some reason I can't find Brent Burns, so he's going to have to wait. Now, looking at the assistant coaches here, Ernesto Yandel. He seems to like everyone except for Adam Fox, so let's go ahead and give Mr. Yandel an assistant coaching job. The Arizona Coyotes are also interested, so I'll just pay you whatever you want. I'll give you an unlimited amount of money. We don't have a budget here in Quebec. Let's go. 1.2 million as an assistant coach. Sign on the dotted line. Now we have to get ourselves a goaltending coach. Let's go find one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sign Ladislav here. Looks like he's a little bit chunky, but that's all right. Ladislav, he's going to come be the NHL Tendy coach. $881,000 to come coach Yaroslav Askarov and Tucker Tynan. There you go. Now we have to worry about our AHL. Maybe Maybe this is where Brent Burns will be hiding, but I don't know. I don't know where he is. It's weird. So obviously we're going to have to sim a few days in order to see if those coaches are going to sign. I don't see why they shouldn't. I gave them way more money than they were asking for. But now I'm looking to potentially get a top 4 and or top 2 D-man. And it looks like the only one available is Tony DeAngelo. So it's kind of a weak crop for defensemen, unfortunately. Teravainen wants $11.2 million. You only had, what, 80-something points, and you want 70, and you want 11.5 million? Wow, okay, we're going to stay away from Teravainen. So that sucks there's not a legitimate top 4 defenseman. I mean, Tony DeAngelo is definitely a legitimate top 4 guy. 47 points this year, had a great breakout year. He's definitely the best D-man available, so if we want to get DeAngelo, he's someone that is definitely on the market. He is looking to cash in. However, how long does he want? So it looks like Vancouver is interested. What if we give him... Man, $7 million for a top 4 defenseman is a lot of dough. That is a lot of money, but it is only for 2 years. Let's offer him 6.8 for 2 years. Let's give him a little bit more than he's asking for. Obviously, we have a ton of cap space, so none of that really matters, and we don't really need to do anything else in free agency, which is kind of nice. I am banking on a few things, however. I am banking on the fact that hopefully Arthur Kaliev and Hoivanen are ready to go. If not, we can find players via trade. But I'm hoping that those 2 players are going to be good to go, so I'm not going to go ahead and sign any depth players, because if we do get Tony DeAngelo, that just means that we're going to have to trade Adam Fox, which is going to be someone we can trade for a 4th liner, so I kind of have some things in play here, but I really don't need any of these players. Our top 6 is basically set. I mean, there's some young guys that I might take a chance on just to go play in the AHL, but I think we're good to go. Tony DeAngelo, he seems to be the guy. Let's hope that he signs. Let's hope that our coaches sign, and let's move on to next year. All right, so TJ Oshie is officially an assistant coach. That's so awesome. And we got our goalie coach as well. We also got our AHL assistant coach. We got an AHL goalie coach as well. We paid him a ton of money. Vladimir Sobotka for a second. No way, get out of here. So I'm waiting on Tony DeAngelo and our head coach. There you go, Nathan Tucker. Welcome to Quebec, baby. And we got, hopefully, Tony DeAngelo signs. Oh, my roster is full? No. Oh God, that's annoying. I wish it had a pop-up that was like, hey, if you sign this guy, your roster's full. He's gonna say no. I guess it does say it at the bottom. Oh, that's my fault. I didn't see it. Okay, well, Tony DeAngelo, he is not coming to our team. We are way over the cap limit, 55 out of 50. I didn't even see that. Oh man, that's a yikes. There is another player, however, that is available, and that is Brady Shea, another former New York Ranger defenseman. Brady Shea might not be bad, but we have 55 contracts. How do we have so many? Brady Shea might be a good player to fit in beside Nasty Nas. He's the next guy I want to go for, but we have 6 players I guess I have to shred, so let me go ahead and just get rid of some dead contracts here. We'll just get some random picks. So I just went ahead and I shed a bunch of dead weight. We had a bunch of guys who were like 24, 25 years old, and they were just eating up contract space. So 49 out of 50 here. Let's go ahead and sign Brady Shea. However, lots of teams are interested, and I don't want to pay that much. So I'm going to let's go 6.2 for 2 years, okay? Let's go a little more here. Let's pay up big time. Let's go 6.5 for 2 years. He's going to play top 4 minutes. Brady Shea, 29 years old. I mean, he's still in his prime. That should be enough to get it done. Hopefully he wants to come to Quebec. I know we played in New Jersey, and there it is. Brady Shea wasted no time, instantly signing on the dotted line. Welcome to Quebec. Now, all of our head coaches should be good to go. Everything should be good. Let's have a look at our coaching staff. I might have one more assistant coach I have to sign. Yeah, one more assistant coach and one more assistant coach for our AHL team as well. So let me go ahead and get those guys done, and then we should be all good to go. All right, coaches are good to go. My sources tell me your staff chemistry is excellent, so I am hopeful that I can join the staff with little drama. I gladly accept. That's awesome. All right, assistant coach, all good to go. Everyone is all good to go. I'm hoping, Chris Letang? Wait a minute, for Para and Brendan Tanev. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Chris Letang, I mean, he's got to be decent. 6.5 for 2 more years at 81 overall, and they only want Para, who's a 70 overall, former third rounder. But that's a lot of cap we're taking on, plus Brandon Tanev. I mean, he could be that fourth liner. Ooh, okay. All right. This is going to be one of those trades that I'm going to come back to after I hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, Para's still a really good prospect for us. I don't want to really do that. So let's just go ahead and say no for now, but that is interesting. Again, another trade for Para, Jonas Donskoy. Okay. Mark-Edward Vlasic, another defenseman, not for that cap hit. We got a trade to announce. Athanasiou goes from Carolina, which I think he just signed a contract in the offseason, to the Rangers for 2 firsts and a prospect. Damn, all right, they paid up big time to get Athanasiou. Here comes the Chris Letang trade once again. Interesting. Yes, I know we still have to trade Adam Fox, but I'm waiting to see if Kaliev and that other kid can grow into becoming fourth and third liners for us. So Jacob Markstrom goes to Minnesota and Buffalo gets Ekholm. Okay, kind of a big trade there. We're getting just a ton of random bullshit trade offers, just random player for picks and random player for random player. A lot of them I'm not really interested in, like this one, 2 seconds for Hornquist. Yeah, that's just a really bad trade, to be honest with you. All right, year number 5. Are we going to change anything with the assistant captains? I don't think so. Adam Larson's been here since the very start. Let's keep him with the A. Exact same thing with Matty Barzal. That is all good to go. Let's have a look at these lines here. This is what it's all coming down to. Arthur Kaliev is an 80. Things you absolutely love to see. That's fantastic news. He's playing on the third line. Ooh, Nick Suzuki is now an 84. However, he's still listed as a third liner, so I'm going to go you there. And what if we were to do this? Ooh, give that line a +3. Okay, I like that. And Riley, he says, put Raymond on the first line. And I mean, it does work out, so I don't see why we wouldn't do that. 21 years old, guys coming off a career season. I think we're going to do that. And then Sammy Blais, what if I did this? Okay, gives it a minus, so we're not going to do that. Nick Suzuki, Jake Virtanen, Arthur Kaliev. I love that third line. And then look who it is. Straight out of camp, Hoivanen. He made the squad. Reed Duke, not who I really want to be there, but we'll have to see if there's anyone scratched. So with our new coach, that now gets a +3. Okay, Nasty Nas and Brady Shea, that's working out good. And then Adam Fox and Larson. What if we temporarily, hypothetically, maybe put Ty Smith there? Okay, it's the exact same thing. So we are going to trade Adam Fox. As for tendies, both of them are 84. So again, that's awesome. They're going to battle it out for the starting position. And anyone scratched? Adam Fox and Giovanni Smith. So I'm thinking we give Hoivanen the shot. I'm thinking we do it. Straight out of Finland, straight onto the fourth line, straight out of camp. I'm thinking he makes the squad. Now we have to trade Adam Fox for a fourth liner, which is pretty easy. Yeah, I'm very happy with how things are looking. This is a damn fine team right here we have here in Quebec. Now, a few things before we go ahead and trade Mr. Adam Fox. Lockhart, he's still in the CHL. That's annoying because he can be a legitimate player in the AHL, but whatever. Spike Helm, that's another guy that we could bring up and play on the fourth line as a power forward. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring up Spike Helm. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and trade Adam Fox for whatever. We'll get a pick, maybe get a second, who really needs maybe a top 4 defenseman whose defense is really, really weak. I'll go ahead and find a team that really, really needs some defensemen. I'll try to help them out, and then I think we're going to bring up Spike Helm, former first-round pick. I like to build through the draft, obviously. I think we're going to send him to Chicago. They need some defense. So let's go ahead and get something in return. Any sort of prospect, really. Let's go get the Rollo man, Stuart Rollo. What a fantastic name. 20 years old, former second-round pick. He's a power forward. Let's go ahead and get him for Adam Fox. We'll be able to get a pick as well. Let's see what else we can do here. Can I get a third and a prospect for Adam Fox? That might go through. Chicago, what do you say? Trade accepted. There you go, baby. Everyone's happy. That's fantastic. Okay, so Spike Helm, I think we're going to call him up. I think he's made the team. I'm all about building through the draft here. Let's have a look. All right, this gives it a +1. Spike Helm, 6'3", 206. He's a power forward, which I like. His shot is really good. His physical category is pretty good. 20 years old, former first-round pick. So look all the players that we've drafted here on this team. Conrad Stastny technically wasn't a draft pick, but it was year number 1. If I could put him in the draft, I would have picked him. So we'll go ahead and call him a drafted player. Lucas Raymond, drafted player. We got Spike Helm and Hoivanen. That's pretty good. We got 4 players in our top 12 were drafted. Defensively, we got only 1, which is Nasty Nas. And then as for goalies, both were drafted. So I've kind of stuck to what I wanted to do in building through the draft, building through players that we drafted, we brought them up, and I think we did a pretty good job here. Now here's how the AHL is looking. I want to give Yu Sato some ice, that's for sure. Go ahead and put him on the first line. Yu Sato, this guy is like 24 years old. He's 25. He's going to be nothing for us. That's good, looking good. Brendan Coe, he's a big dude. We could also bring him up as well. So if things don't work out, we can swap with Brendan Coe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's get maybe 3 games done just to see how the kids are going to produce. 3 games, and then we're going to call this one an episode. All right, coach conversation. Nathan Tucker wants to talk about a 9-game trial. Who's it for? Hoivanen? Yeah, there you go. What are your thoughts on Ura? Is it Ura or Yuha? I don't know how to pronounce that. Hoivanen, what's the plan for this year? I think a 9-game trial is the best route. I think so too. I agree, a 9-game trial is the right option. Yuha? I don't know how to pronounce that. Am I stupid? Am I saying that wrong? He'll play 9 of the first 15 games. Well, he's going to play all of them, but we'll see how he's doing after 9 games, and then we'll make a decision whether we send him back to, I guess it'd be junior, or since he's such a high overall, he might just go right back to the American Hockey League. But let's give him a couple games here. Ryan Hartman, Colin Wilson, no. Not interested in making any more moves. I made a bunch of moves here. We got a bunch of new coaches. TJ Oshie is behind the bench. Things you love to see. All right, so we start off the year on the road, then we go for 3 straight at home, and look at game number 3. That's right, the Ottawa Senators. Looking to get our revenge here, so we're going to slow sim the first 3 games of the year. Let's go up against Florida. We're on the road. We got kind of a new look team. We got some young blood here, all new coaching staff, new goalie coach, new everything. Let's go, period. Number 1, and it's 2-1. Okay, Nasty Nas getting it started. Huberdeau and that guy, Lakataka looks like he's a Russian scoring on another Russian. Shots are even at 11, period. Number 2. Okay, we come through with Sammy freaking Blay getting 2 goals in game number 1 to give us a 1-goal lead headed into the final 20. But Burakovsky, another Russian scoring on the Russian Tendy. He makes it 3-3. Come on, boys. Who's going to be a hero here? Is it Conrad? Is it going to be maybe Lucas Raymond make an impact on the first line? Who's it going to be? Power play? Come on, boys. Come on, you got to capitalize there. We're going into overtime in game number 1. I'm only going into overtime because I really want to see TJ Oshie behind the bench. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my excuse for going into the overtime. So there's our head coach, obviously, Nathan Tucker. And look who it is. TJ Oshie behind the bench. That's so awesome. And wait a minute, look at that black jersey up above TJ Oshie's head. How did that guy get that prototype? One of the assistant GMs must have leaked it. Here we go, overtime in the BB&T Center, sunny Florida. Let's go. Oh, Conrad, little move off the foot. He finds Morgan Riley and Bobrovsky with a big save. Conrad, oh my God, what a pass and what a goal. Morgan Riley wins it in overtime. There you go. Battle behind the net. Morgan Riley squeaks in and he scores a big goal in overtime. That's awesome. What a Gino. What a way to start off the year. Just great board play. Over to Conrad, over to Morgan Riley. That was a thing of beauty. What a goal. Morgan Riley beating Sergei Bobrovsky 1-0 on the year. I'm pretty pumped that you can see like the actual players behind the bench. It's pretty sick. So the reason why I'm simulating a few games here, I want to see if our fourth liners, the kids, including Arthur Kaliev, are going to score their first NHL goal. That's what I'm really interested in here. So let's go back at home, poutine place. If we score first, the entire arena gets a free medium poutine. Let's go, period number 1. And we didn't score first, unfortunately. But speaking of first, Brady Shea gets his first as a Quebec Nordique, and Tucker Tynan gets game number 2, period number 2, and it's 2-1. Okay, Sean Monahan scores on Tucker Tynan. We're being outshot like crazy in front of our home fans. Come on, Conrad, it'd be a great time for you to get your first right after Sonny Milano makes it 3-1. Come on, Conrad. Oh man, we are just being outshot like crazy this game. Oh wait, Jesper Bratt, he gets his first of the year. Lots of hockey left. Pull the goalie. Pull the goalie. Come on, we can go to overtime again. I don't mind at all. And we're not going into overtime. We drop game number 2, but this is the game I'm really looking at here. The Ottawa Senators, they start off 0-2. We're looking to get our revenge. Bo Alfredson, Valery Chubisov. Let's go, period number 1, and it's 1-0, and it's Vitaly Abramov scores on Tucker Tynan. He gets the start once again. Period number 2. Come on, boys. 3-2. Okay, Conrad wakes up. He gets 2. Colin White gets a shorty, and then Zuccarello scores with 43 seconds left. Takes all the momentum away from Quebec, but it's okay. We're out shooting them like crazy here. I know we're gonna get one. Morgan Riley, come on. Adam Larson, maybe just for fun. And another shorthanded goal. The Ottawa freaking Senators, they are the most annoying, pesky, stupid team I've ever played against. Oh my god, Bo Alfredson just for good measure. Things you hate to see, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, 1-2 on the year. I can't leave after losing 2 straight. I just can't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to sim just the first month here. October is a short one. We're 1-3-1, looking to go 2-3. Oh my god, another loss. Okay, 1-3-1 here. There you go. We get an overtime win. We're just squeaking by with these ugly wins right now. 3-4-1 up against the Hawks. Can we make it 4-4-1 to end off the year? It's a shootout loss. Sorry, not the year, the month. It's a shootout loss. So 3-4-2, a weird start. Definitely weird. I mean, I'm going to chalk that up to a new head coach. You know, the boys, maybe things are a little bit different in the room from Maurice Belanger. There's some new faces. Let's get the first month out of the way and let's not worry about it. But you can see here, Matthew Barsdale, Morgan Riley, Sammy Blais, Conrad 7-9. Maybe you guys are right about the head coach and Conrad. Maybe. But Lucas Raymond has 5 points in 9 games. Kaliev's got 4. That's awesome. Nick Suzuki, Virtanen, Brady Shea. How about Spike Helm? He's got 2 points, a goal, and an assist. And then Hoivanen has nothing in 9 games. So might be a little bit early for Hoivanen, maybe. But let's go ahead and check out the tendies here. Obviously, the first month was a little bit shaky. 2-0 for Askarov and 1-4 for Tucker Tynan. So maybe it's time to start Askarov. Maybe, potentially. I don't know. That's just me. What do I know? Looking at all skaters here throughout the first 10-ish games of the year. Wow, Kyle Correa is just on an absolute tear. There's how it all is. Philip Heidel. Okay, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in episode number 19, I think this would be. Number 20. I don't know where we are, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. We have a new coach. We have a new look roster. Things aren't great starting off, but I mean, there's new systems to learn, new head coach. Things obviously take a lot of time, and I'm not that worried. I'm feeling pretty confident. We have a group in place. I'm loving how this team is looking right now, led by Nasty Nas, 88 overall. How you doing? Ooh, I could even put him up there. I might play him with Morgan Riley. Let's do that. All right, I got to stop making changes. I'll be here all day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.